Hi, I would like to show you the most awesome bow exercise. This will improve your bow stroke in many ways. It will, first of all, it'll really clarify when the bow is flat hair and when it's tilted. So for instance, your bow is flat hair until you get about to the middle, and then the bow tilts, stays tilted, and around the middle, it straightens out, and then you have flat hair or vertical. It'll do that. Another thing it'll do is it will keep your bow perpendicular to the strings or parallel to the bridge at all times. That's really important for good tone quality and just playing in general. So it'll do that. Another thing it will do is it will focus all the weight, all the energy that you have going into the instrument. It'll focus it on wherever you are on the bow. No matter where you are, you're going to focus 100% of your energy or weight into that area. So, and there's a host of all sorts of other exercise things this exercise will do. Okay, now this is called the 5-point exercise. I learned this from Gerardo Ribeiro. He is the most wonderful violin teacher at Northwestern, and this is just a really awesome exercise. I show this to almost all of my students. Everyone that practices it, they get a better bow. It's just a better bow after they do this for a while. It takes a very, very long time though. You have to do it every day. Just do it every day for a while. It took me a very long time to really work it into my playing. That's the other thing I want you to mention is just do this a few minutes a day before you play, and it will really improve your bow. And don't think about it anywhere else while you're playing, okay? Now, I do this on the D string to start off with, okay, because this way you're parallel to the floor. All right, now, want to make sure you understand 5 points. So think of your up bow is in 3 segments. 1, 2, 3. So your bow is cut into thirds here, okay, like this. And then your down bow is in half. So there's your 5 points. Okay, now I'm going to start here at the tip with flat hair, and I'm going to go up a couple inches, and I stop. Now I go forward. As I do, my upper arm comes up, and it lets the wrist just drop, which then in turn tilts the bow. That's number 2. Number 3, I go forward, keep my bow tilted, the elbow just drops down, the fingers flex along with the bow, they're nice and loose here, and I'm still tilted. Number 4, very easy, just go to the middle of the bow with a tilted bow. And 5, to the tip, and it straightens out. Okay, so now let me do it all at once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the hardest parts of this that everybody has trouble with are number 2 and number 3. So let me go in detail over 2 and 3. I'll start with 1 though. Here's 1. All right, now number 2, the upper arm comes up. It brings the elbow, but you don't do it from the elbow. So the upper arm comes up. Some people call it the humerus. You biology students there. The humerus. Okay, so that comes up, and in turn, the wrist just drops. Okay, now, that's number 2. Number 3 is probably the hardest for everybody. You go forward. The elbow just drops down, and the fingers flex along with the bow. Okay, the fingers flexing along with the bow. I'm going to show that in a future video how to do that with a series of other exercises that I learned from Mr. Ribeiro. Now, here is number 4. That's pretty simple. You just go to the middle of the bow. And 5, we straighten out at the tip. Okay, good. Now, a couple things to watch out for. Number 1, always do the stops. Do the stops. Think about what you're doing, okay? Another thing is, don't try to work this into your playing right away and try to think of this while you're playing. It'll really mess it up. Don't even try that. It'll just work itself into your playing. Just do this for a couple minutes, 5 minutes a day, maybe. And you'll notice your bow. Your bow will start getting a lot better. Okay? So, another thing to watch out for is on number 2. Here's one. Don't like stick the elbow up and then move the bow. We want to go move forward. As we do, the upper arm comes up. It's simultaneously moving forward and bringing the arm up. Just a little bit, not much, okay? And then, same thing with number 3. Don't just jut the elbow down and then go forward. No, it happens simultaneously, okay? One causes the other to happen. What we're actually doing here is we're turning this back and forth motion of a bow into a circular motion. We're making it more rounded into a circular motion, okay? So this will really help your bow. Even if you do some of it wrong or just not exactly right, it's going to still give you a straighter bow. It'll help you tilt it in better places and all that. If you get really good at it, then the next step to do is to do it in a scale. So for instance, I might go... and so on, okay? You can go up and do a 3-octave scale if you like with that. So this will really focus all the weight of your arm into the instrument. Just try this out. It's a wonderful exercise. It really, really helped me. I had a stiff hand and arm and really didn't have a good bow arm until I had this exercise. Now, it took me about 2 years to work this into my playing, but I was a lot older when I was taught this. If I was taught this exercise when I was so much younger, boy, that I wouldn't have had those problems earlier. So give it a shot. Thank you so much. I'm going to post another video about how to get your fingers and all flexible this. That's for number 3. Extremely important, especially if you want to play Mozart or really anything at the bottom of the bow. Thank you.